Hi everyone, my name is Angel. As the previous videos, how I said in the previous videos, today I will be walking through another one of my projects called Tunesplit. Essentially, what this is, I'll walk you through the problem statement. Is in the music industry, the process of creating and managing split sheets in the music industry is pretty. It's not complex, but it's just burdensome, right? It involves it can lead to manual errors and efficiencies, right? And a lot of times all the splits have to add up to 100 and they end up adding to 100. Contributors end up facing significant administrative burdens and accessibility issues, right? Because a lot of times there's no documentation other than a spreadsheet, right? Um, to walk you through, right? I didn't define what a split sheet is, but a split sheet is just essentially is a document in the music industry to align the ownership of a song, right? That's of the song that's whoever wrote it, right? So if I write a song with my friend, right, we after we write the song, we discuss ownership of the song. So a lot of times split can be 50-50, right? 25 times 4, which ends up being like 4 writers. And a lot of times it always has to add up to 100, so that you can start collecting royalties. So a lot of times, a lot of writers don't take, they don't they end up not doing the paperwork, or a lot of times they just don't know how to do the paperwork, right? That ends up leading to dispute resolutions, right? Or a lot of times they'll do the paperwork, right, or they'll do a split sheet and it won't add up to 100, so they don't get properly compensated, right? Because in order to start collecting royalties, the percentage has to be 100. And a lot of times, since a lot of people don't really keep track of it, right? It can lead to administrative efficiencies, right? Currently, the way I've handled it, and I'm going to show you an example of how I've handled it in the past, right? Um, a lot of times I've handled it in Excel sheets, right? That may get lost, or even if you have them in the cloud, right? You have to have someone that knows how to use an Excel sheet. So, and a lot of times it's not all the information about a song. It's not centralized, right? Of course, you can go to like MLC or something, um, to look for like a song, right? And then I'm gonna put like a lot of times you can do this, right? But it involves going to another platform to be able to find, the info about the writer. Anyways, so these are pretty much the pain points. Summarize a little bit and me talking. I don't really practice these videos, so it's just so that they come out natural. Um, just the pain points that I walk through, right? The problem statement, and this is also the workflow, right? Of how a split sheet is normally marketed. The song is created, ownership is discussed, right? Completion of song, right? Split sheet assigned. You distribute this split sheet, right? You send it to your distributors or your publishers. If there's like if each of them have publisher, and then you start collecting royalties on it. And that's sort of what the idea was to streamline the entire process so that all that is just centralized in one application. So I'm gonna walk you through our platform, right? Our platform is called TuneLink. This is just the MVP, so just a regular login system, right? You log in, you see the catalog, which is like all your music, right? You have the option to paginate, or you can search for a song if you want, right? And a lot of times you can see the status of all the songs, which is the status of your splits, right? So the idea is that you create a split sheet, right? And then you send them out to the contributors, right? And you wait for them to confirm. Once it's confirmed, then you can start distributing the split sheet. And it just allows you to keep track of the entire process, so that one is you keep track of what I mentioned here, right? You make sure that there's no dispute, right? Because in theory, all of the writers have to be in agreement, right, about the splits, and you make sure that you have administrative efficiency, right? So the way it works, right, it's you can look at the info here, and then you can go view a song, right, as well. So you can view a song like here, right? And you also have the option to void a song. So if you send it out, right, and then let's say you want to change something about the song, you can void it. So it just means canceling the invitations for users. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a song. I'm going to call it "Hello World," right? And I'm going to do the original version. This version can be like if you do a lot of times a song can be like multiple. A lot of times you can have multiple songs, right? So you can have a remix. So for now, I just put original. I'm just gonna say it's created for me. The song hasn't been released. We didn't use a sample, right? And then here, right in the split section, right, you can add the contributors. So it's gonna show you this pop up. It's gonna ask you for all this info, right? So I'm gonna just start with my info. Let me just put an IPI number. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna put 100. I'm gonna put 50 actually, just so I'm gonna say that I'm from BMI. Put my number. Please don't spam me. And then this is if you have a publisher, right? So I'm gonna assume that I have a publisher, so I'm gonna put Angel Ink or something, and then I'm gonna put some random publisher. So I'm gonna put like some random number here, and I'm gonna put that it's also on BMI. So then we add it, right? And you can also we also support multiple publishers. So if you have like a deal with multiple publishers, you can also do that. And then we add it, all right? And note how you can create the song, right? You don't really need all this info to create a song in the beginning, but I'll create it for now. Right? You create the song, you can, right? So it's 9 and 100, right? So you can't send out the confirmations. So what we have to do is, let's say we add another person, David 1234 at gmail.com, and I'll put like some numbers. I'm gonna put 50, right? BMI 916-642. I'm gonna put the same number for now, just for the sake of it. I'm gonna put no publisher, right? And I'm just gonna add, right? And now, right, it all adds to 100, so that means I can send out the confirmation. So there you go, we send it, right? And at this moment in time, right, you send the invitation to everyone, right? In theory. So if I go to my email, right, I just received an email, right? It looks like this. And I received this thing right here. So if I go here and then I go, it's not gonna work, but if I go copy this link and I paste it here, right? You have the option to confirm, right? Because in theory, this is me as a user, and I received an email, and then it gives me a token for me to confirm. So I go here and I click on confirm, right? And then that confirms it, right? And in that basically says like, hey, like this person has confirmed it. So now I'm gonna copy the other link from the other user just so that we get the full experience, right? So I'm gonna assume I'm the other user now, right? And now I just, oops, didn't mean to do that. Then now I'll just confirm it, right? And now both of the sides are confirmed. So now I received an email, right, saying that, oh, hey, all the splits have been confirmed. Go here, and then I go here, right? I received an email that saying all splits are confirmed, right? And then if I go here, right, if I go to my split sheets, right, here that's already done. So if I forget what I called the song, Hello World. All right, we see that it's confirmed, right? And in theory, that's pretty much set, right? We're gonna add a functionality so that you can send it out to your to all the publishers, or so you can just click on a button here and then distribute it however you want it. And that's sort of how everything works. Now I'm going to show you how I've handled it before. I probably should have done this before, but I'll handle it. In the past, this is how I've handled it, right? I'll have a spreadsheet, and then I have all the artists, right? All the titles, and then the composers, right? It's a lot of info. They get to have, and then if it's on a spreadsheet and it gets lost, right? It's like 50. This is like around 52 songs, right? And a lot of them are covers here, so it's not really but it ends up being an issue once you have a lot of songs. Like here, I think we have like around 40 or like around 90 songs, right? So it ends up being a lot of songs that you have to keep track of. And that's about it. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you guys want me to add or anything like that.